What's up guys, I'm here with another video on to episode 105 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a cafe. So yeah. Let's build the cafe.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a cafe for all of your city building needs. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing to see what I end up making for the city next. If you're working on a city, so am I. We can build it together. But not only that, if you want to see how the cafe turns out in the end, as I have designed the inside, I'll show you how to make absolutely every single thing that you see on the screen, including some things that you don't see on the screen. Make it all the way to the end to see how the entire build turns out. Without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this tutorial is going to be split into two parts. We have the outside and the inside. Here are all of the materials that you will need.
Let's grab the materials. So we need red concrete, birch planks, quartz block, aka block of quartz, quartz stairs, quartz slabs. Oh no, I don't want ensign brick stones. Quartz slab, white glass block, white glass pane, stone slab, smooth stone, dark oak door,
to make the outside of the build, everything you see from the outside. Make sure that you have all of those, and enough of them as well. These are the materials that we will be starting off with. However, later on, if you want to prepare yourself better, then these are all of the materials that we are going to be using on the inside of the build. Feel free to grab those now, or you can wait until later where I will show you these again. The amount of space required to make the cafe is an 18 by 18 block area. You can expand on this if you want to, but this is the base amount of space required. Make sure that you have enough room. I'd highly recommend making the grid if you are planning out a city. And that's that. Pause the video if you have to. Gather the materials. Make sure you've got enough room. Make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can begin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so if you have built the grid, and you don't have to, but don't worry, we are going to be starting very soon. If you have built the grid, you're going to want to come to the very front right-hand corner of it. Count towards the back from the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to the left. 1, 2, 3. So that way, those of you that have built the grid, we're all starting in the same place. On top of this block, place a red concrete. Destroy 2 blocks in the ground going left. Replace those blocks using stone slabs. And then place a red concrete on the other end of the stone slabs. Extend the red concrete forwards by 2 rows. 1, 2. Then go left by 1. And place 2 upside down quartz stairs. 1, 2, going left. Place 2 red concrete. 1, 2. 2 more quartz stairs. 1, 2. And then 2 red concrete. 1, 2. Extend the red concrete backwards by 9. 1, 2.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then across the back of the build by, well, you don't actually have to count it out, but if you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alternatively, just line it up with the front of the build that we just made at the beginning. And then all you have to do is connect all the way from the back to the front like this. and you will be left with this shape. Now that we have done this, I want you to, on top of all of the red concrete blocks, place 2 birch planks. So 1, 2, 1, 2, so on and so forth, absolutely everywhere on top of the red concrete specifically. We do not want to do it on top of the quartz stairs. Those are positions for windows. So once you have built up the 2 layers of birchwood planks like this, we are now going to place a block of quartz on top of those planks. So again, only place the blocks of quartz on top of the birchwood planks. And this is actually where the inside of the build is going to have a second floor / balcony area, which is pretty cool. So if you want to, beyond this point, what we can now do is place upside down quartz stairs connecting the quartz blocks together like this. So this is where we place the upside down quartz stairs, and this kind of like marks out the windows and stuff. It makes the top of the build look a bit more interesting. But from this point, you can also fill the top of the building using either block of quartz or quartz slabs. It doesn't really matter which one you decide to use. It has the advantage that you have a little bit more headroom. Not that you'll be able to really do anything with it, but you will have more headroom. Whereas the quartz blocks, I mean, you've just got a nice solid base. So we want to have something which should look like this. Now, once you have successfully done this, we are going to make a bit of the second floor as well whilst we're here. So, to take this quartz block right here, which is literally like it's right way above where we very first started. And from this block, we are going to place a birch plank. Go left by 3, that's 1, 2, 3. Then I want you to place 2 dark oak doors, coming backwards like 1, 2, but placed sideways like this, of course. Place a birchwood plank on the other end, and then extend that birchwood plank to the left one. Place 2 upside down quartz stairs, 1, 2, 2 planks, 1, 2, 2 upside down quartz stairs, 1, 2, and then 2 planks. You can then extend the planks coming across the back like this, so on top of the quartz, and then across the opposite side in a long row. Now, here's where things get a little bit customizable. So on this side of the build, you might choose to add a balcony. So I quite like the idea of a balcony. I'm going to place, coming outwards from these 3 quartz blocks, 1, 2, 3 red concretes. I'm going to place quartz slabs around those red concretes like this. I am going to place a birchwood plank on the left side of the balcony like this. This gives us 3 empty spaces of which we can walk out onto the balcony. We are going to place white stained glass pane around the edge so nobody falls off or anything crazy like that. And we are going to seal up this side of the build like this. So this is the shape that we should end up with. It kind of looks like a gun. What we are now going to do is on top of every single birchwood plank, place 2 more. So 1, 2, 1, 2. You guys get the picture. So raise up all of these birchwood planks until they are all as high as each other. Once more, we do not want to raise up anywhere else other than the birchwood planks themselves, as we do have some windows to add in, and we also, of course, have the balcony, so we want to end up with something that should look like this. We are going to add glass in a few choice places. So, number 1, we are going to add a glass block above the double door. We are going to add glass pane above the upside down quartz stairs. There's actually 2 rows of it, like this. Now that we have done that, we are also going to do the same down below. So where the windows are, we want to place the white stained glass pane. It's very difficult for me to place. There we go. And where the door is, roughly speaking, so I want to show you this. So the double door, that we're going to have to the entrance of the cafe is actually behind these 2 stone slabs. So I'm going to destroy behind these 2 stone slabs. I'm going to place some more stone slabs, place a double door on top of the back, and we're going to actually place glass above the doors like this, and then we need another material, which is, actually, we'll use quartz slab. We want to have quartz slab placed underneath, like so. So you can see we kind of want to have the entrance cut off a little bit using quartz slab like this. So that is what we want to have so far. You can see we've got a large portion of the cafe made, but not quite enough of it. So I want you to also, on top of the cafe where we built all of the walls and added glass, we want to place a block of quartz on top of all of the birch wood plank areas. So once more, not on top of the glass, we want to place a block of quartz. You can join it together as well, just above where the balcony is. And I'm trying to think whether this will look good or not, like an upside down quartz stairs on both sides leading out towards the balcony. Does that look a little bit silly? I don't know. I'm really not sure whether I like that or not. Maybe add some more glass on the left and right, something like this. I don't know whether I like that. I don't think I do, but maybe we'll just keep that for the moment. But you can leave this area alone. You could even add like a door coming out onto it and stuff. Like, it's just kind of like a balcony that you can pop out to and have a look at the surrounding city. So what else do we have to do? We have to add the upside down quartz stairs above the windows. Even here. We have to also chunk out these 2 middle quartz blocks here and place even here. We have to also chunk out these 2 middle quartz blocks here and place upside down quartz stairs there too. There is going to be a sign above there, and that kind of helps highlight the sign. I want to place red concrete on top of all of this. So all of the stairs and all of the quartz block and stuff, red concrete directly on top. To give kind of like a modern vibe, we are going to use quartz slabs around the top of the red concrete. This cafe is kind of like a blend of like modern and, I don't know, a more traditional sort of building. So it'll kind of fit in wherever you put it. It's kind of like a blend of like modern and, I don't know, a more traditional sort of building. So it'll kind of fit in wherever you put it. I'm going to build the roof in using glass so that we don't have to add too much artificial light. The glass will keep things nice and bright throughout the day on the 2nd floor. Now, once that has been completed, I mean, we've made a huge amount of progress. What we're now going to do is preemptively, so we don't have to do it later, is dig out the center of the cafe. So I'm actually just going to dig out all of this empty space that we have right here. All of the grass or whatever material might be here instead. And I'm going to add stone slabs here instead. This is a step that I would usually reserve for later, but I feel as though that since we have the materials, we might as well take care of this now. We'll also involve a staircase, just to give you guys a bit of like a concept of where you might want to put stairs onto the 2nd floor, as we will be making kind of like a cool outdoor lounging area on the 2nd floor of our cafe. But that is the material that I want to use for the floor on the inside. Feel free to use something else if you don't want to. So when it comes to the stairs for the cafe, ladies and gentlemen, I want to have a staircase in the back corner, and I'm going to place a block of quartz like this in the corner, a quartz stairs leading up, and then I want to place 2 quartz stairs like this. So you can see in the very back corner of the cafe we have quartz stairs, and then a couple of quartz stairs leading up like that. And if you want to, you can even make these stairs longer or shorter depending on, you know, kind of what you want to have. You have to, of course, destroy up into the 2nd floor of the cafe like this, and then that way, nice natural light, we are on the 2nd floor. And this is how we will, of course, travel between the floors. I'm going to create a wall surrounding these stairs like this, out of birchwood planks, and I'm just going to cover up this empty space like that. And I'm also going to fill in the middle of this too. And I think I'm also going to add just another row of birch planks like there. I don't know whether I want to, like, do I have to? Oh, I don't have to have that. So I'm just going to cover up the stairs like that. So, like, I want to have something which should look like this. So, like, 3 rows of birch directly next to the stairs, and then birchwood planks like this. And then that's perfect. So that's what the inside of the cafe looks like. We have all of it pretty much routed. We've got pretty much everything sorted out in terms of how it's laid out downstairs. We just have to decorate it next. But that is for the next part of the tutorial. What we're now going to do is decorate the outside of the cafe a little bit. So I'm going to grab all of these sorts of materials. I need the smooth stone slabs still. And I'm going to use some spruce vents, smoke leaves, some string, some white carpet, red carpet, spruce trapdoors, iron trapdoors, the smooth stone slabs still. And I'm going to use some spruce vents, smoke leaves, some string, some white carpet, red carpet, spruce trapdoors, iron trapdoors. I'm even going to need some quartz stairs as well. Okay, so first I'm just going to dig probably about 3 blocks around the cafe, like 1, 2, 3, and then on the left side I can only go 2 because of Pizza Hut, and on the right side I'll probably do 3 as well, like 1, 2, 3, and then on the back like 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to destroy an area that makes sense around the cafe. And why am I doing this? You might be wondering, like, what's the point in destroying all this space? Well, the reason being is because, and I'm filling it in with stone slabs by the way, because the outside of the cafe has a seating area. So I think it would be quite nice to have a nice, I think it would be nicer to have like a floor that is a bit more fitting towards like a seating area. So instead of like grass around, to place stone slabs. I mean, you can even destroy all of the grid if you like. You can just destroy all of the space inside of the grid. That might be a little bit easier in terms of painting and stuff.
Oh yeah, you
and
finished that.
Just replace all of the empty space using stone slabs. So I'm going to hang it the other way because it's not exactly a fun process at all, destroying all of this stuff.
From a coaster's house. So there's the bigger version. Got the ripper. Like, we've got the rail station too. We should have 2 police stations. And I remember we were trying to build a hospital up here. Yeah, I was trying, yeah, remember that? Look, see? This is where the hospital, this is where a hospital is going to be, but I think I'll continue that one soon. That's just a builder's hospital.
And it's actually going to be easier to do this at this point in the tutorial than later, because we have to make those seats that I talked about, and it involves us placing loads of blocks and trapdoors and stuff, so it will just be much more simpler if we do this part now. Depending upon how much room you want to leave around your cafe, you are going to destroy a different amount of space. So you're going to want to at least have a few rows in front. That is a given. Reason being is because, of course, the chairs. But sides is a bit more subjective. You don't really have to leave as much space on the sides if you don't want to. It really does depend what sort of setting you want to place it in. You could place this in the middle of the city. You could place this on some sort of retail park. You could place it next to loads of other stuff, or it could just be kind of standalone. So that's why you're going to have to use your best judgment from this point. So now that we've got a little bit of a path going all the way around the cafe, what we're going to do is add a couple of canopies. So not Canopy, don't confuse that with the Pokemon. From the front left-hand corner of the cafe, this red concrete block here, we're going to leave a gap of 1 in the ground and place a spruce fence. Raise it up by 2 blocks. And we also want to have a same row spruce fence coming out from the front right corner of the cafe here. 1, 2, 3. Same space away. We also want to have another row of spruce fence lined up with the very right side of the cafe here. 1, 2, 3. And that is like the stand for the canopy, not the Canopy. Whilst we have the spruce fence out, we are going to place spruce fence all the way around the top of the terrace that we have for the second floor of the cafe. We also want to place some oak leaves going around the side of the cafe. So if you start from the line, say here, oak leaves just like 1 block away from the door, and if you extend it all the way around and stop in a similar position on the opposite side, it adds a little bit of flavour to the cafe. A little bit of nature, if you will. What we are also going to do is add seats. So I'm going to place seats 1 row away from the canopy stands, like 1 row outwards. And I want to place, so like 1 row outwards, and then I'm going to extend to the right 1, 2, and I want to have like a table here, so like 2 blocks away from the edge of the window. And the same on the opposite side, 2 blocks away from the edge of the window. And then I want to have back-to-back thwart stairs like this. Pick a colour for the tabletop, so either a white carpet or a red carpet. And then place spruce trapdoors all the way around the seat on the left, right, and back, like this. That's perfect. We also want to have chairs on the second story as well that are sat right here. So they actually want to be in the same position as they are on the ground, so like here. And they want to be facing the same way too. But the difference being is you just want to leave a row of 1, like a gap of 1. So like here and here. So like inwards from the window, or like 2 blocks away from the in part of the window, and then tables on the opposite side. I'm going to mix up the colour of the table, so like a red on this side and a white on this side, and then we still want to have the spruce trapdoors on the sides of the chairs, like this. So that looks pretty decent. What we're now going to do is the canopy. So this is how these things work, and they're really, really simple. So starting from this left side here where we have this spruce fence, the first one that we placed on top of this, you want to choose a colour, white or red. I'm going to choose white. Going right of this, we want to have red carpet, white carpet, red carpet, white carpet, but we have to place string or something similar underneath or coming outwards from the top of the fence like this to actually be able to place them. And then you will be able to place your red carpet, white carpet, red carpet, white carpet, red carpet, white carpet, red carpet, white carpet, red carpet. And it wants to extend to the right, of course, like 1, 2, only have to do 2, and then white, red, white. Just like that. And then we have to be able to connect to the actual cafe as well. So we're going to have to place string very carefully. It's very easy to place too much string, by the way. You want to place it in front of the cafe, indeed in front of the right blocks. I just placed one wrong there. You want to place it in front of the right blocks so that you will be able to place your...
The water is dirty, Jaden. Yeah. So I'm going to cement around the pool. I'm going to cement around the pool, okay? Because the water was dirty in there for some reason. I don't know why the water was dirty, so I just drained it all out. See, look. And Jane, we need to put a pool filter in over here. So I just gotta dig around this area here. I'm just gonna do a system upgrade, so the filter can be
Canopy, and you just want to extend it backwards like this. So here, no, I don't have one place there, silly me, so like here, and then you just want it to be the same colour that it is in front, just like that, and we have to place it here, 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 and here, and it also wants to extend back towards the door as well. So this, and you can see it actually looks quite good, like it really does add something to the build. It's really cool. And we're even going to do the same sort of thing up here on the second story, and we want the canopy on the second story is going to start in front of the birchwood blank block here on the left. It's going to come all the way to the right. We have to place string. And it wants to come 2 rows in front this time. And it wants to come 2 rows in front to meet the edge of the building just on the right here, so like this. And again, like you can either... I'm going to copy the same colour scheme that we have down below, absolutely, like white, red, but you can reverse it if you wanted to. There's no real reason that you couldn't. And it just wants to come out this far. It's a little bit fiddly to do this, but absolutely worth it. Like, it really adds a different level of complexity to the build, and it really does just make it look a lot fancier. It really does. So, something like that, you can see that really makes it absolutely worth it. Like, it really adds a different level of complexity to the build, and it really does just make it look a lot fancier. It really does. So, something like that. You can see that really makes it just makes it look a lot more interesting. And as a matter of fact, above here, maybe that's what we can add above the little balcony area that we made here. So what we could do is we can maybe place like glass above the top of the balcony. And then we can just place maybe just 1 row of string, and then like white, red, white, something like that. You place like a glass above the top of the balcony, and then we can just place maybe just 1 row of string, and then like white, red, white, something like that. And it could even come out and like hold over the entire part of the balcony if you wanted to. And I might even make it do that just to see what it looks like, you know? And I think that might look a little bit better perhaps, instead of what we had before. Yeah, there we go, a little bit of experimentation never hurt anybody, and then that looks quite good, like from below, that looks really cool, right? So, now that we've done all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we just have a couple more details to add out here. So, what might you need for this next part? We need spruce fence, we need the iron trapdoors still, we need item frames, torches, we need the iron trapdoors still, we need item frames, torches. We're also going to need crafting tables, white banners, lime dye, and we need the iron trapdoors still. We need item frames, torches. We're also going to need crafting tables, white banners, lime dye, and white dye, and I'll drop it on you in this next part. So, I want to have a sign hanging dye, and I'll drop it on you in this next part. So, I want to have a sign hanging off the right side of the cafe. The sign is going to be made out of, I think, 3 iron trapdoors coming out of this quartz block. 1, 2, whoop, 2. Maybe I have to crouch. 2, 3, just like that. I'm going to place spruce fence underneath the iron trapdoors. You might have to crouch again. And then item frames in those. I'm also going to place a couple of torches just like around the cafe, maybe like here and here. Just keep things, again, nice and bright, nice and light. So, like when it comes to night time, everything should be okay. Something like this, just like around the canopies. Spruce fence underneath the iron trapdoors. You might have to crouch again. And then item frames in those. I'm also going to place a couple of torches just like around the cafe, maybe like here and here. Just keep things, again, nice and bright, nice and light. So, like when it comes to night time, everything should be okay. Something like that. And inside of those item frames is like, I haven't included this in the item list, but this is what you might want to grab if you want to make the sign. Like it's going to be up to you, you know, kind of what you want to put in here. But I kind of think like a cafe, like coffee and cake. So that's exactly what I'm going to grab. I wish I knew where cake was. I think it's where the bread is. Yes, it is. Miscellaneous foods. How could you label that? Cake is never miscellaneous. Okay, so inside the item frames like cocoa beans and cake, which I think is a pretty good thing to put in there. Feel free to add something else if you want to. So the last part of this tutorial is the dreaded sign. I hate doing signs, you guys might know that. All we need for the sign is the crafting table and the banners and the die. So plonk a crafting table down on the ground. Crack open the crafting table, and inside the center of the crafting table, place a white banner. I'm going to move these in here. Place a row of vertical lime die going. Crack open the crafting table, and inside the center of the crafting table, place a white banner. I'm going to move these in here. Place a row of vertical lime die going up the left side of the crafting table, top to bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table. Place a lime die coming across the top of the banner like this, left to right. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table. Grab your lime die and place it coming across the bottom. Grab the new banner, place it in the center of the table, and I would recommend placing white die all the way around it because it makes the letter pop a bit better. And that is C.
Where we go? Look at that.
Place the banner right up here,
nice.
front of the cafe.
Isn't it? Nice,
yeah,
isn't
starting
it?
here. So C, A,
now we just need to put it back up.
So I'm going to crack open the crafting table. I'm going to get a new banner and place it in the center of the table. Line die coming across the top horizontally. New banner. New banner's going in the center of the table. Line die from top to bottom on the left. New banner. Place it in the center of the table and place line die going from top to bottom on the right. New banner and place it in the top of the middle of the table and place line die underneath it going left to right. Grab the new banner and place it in the center of the table and then place white die all the way around the banner. Grab the new letter and place it next to your C. Let's come back to the crafting table and place a new banner in the center of the table. Line die coming up the left side. Grab the new banner, place it in the center of the table, and place line die coming line die. Alright, let's start again. We're going to place the banner in the center of the table with line die coming across the table. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table with line die across the bottom. New banner, place it in the center of the table with white die going all the way around. There we go. All the way around the banner, taking the letter and place it next to the A. Okay, now time for the final letter, which we knew and me, we just missed up the last letter, so we had to restart. We are going to place the white banner in the center of the table and place line die coming up the left side top to bottom. Grab the new banner and place it in the middle of the table with line die coming across the top. Grab the new banner and place it in the top middle of the table with line die coming across the middle. place line diagram across the bottom. Grab the new banner and place it once more in the center of the table with wide guide all the way around, just like that. That is the final match, ladies and gentlemen. We can slap that on the edge and make it a fade. Perfect. Now, just like that is the final match, ladies and gentlemen. We can slap that on the edge and make it a fade. Perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and one more slight detail that you may want to add to your campaign. This is a bit subjective depending on what sort of area you're working with. You may want to, first of all, add a path leading out from the entrance of your cafe. So I'm going to destroy these stone slabs that I built up here, and I'm going to replace those using quartz blocks. So that way you have a much direct path to the actual entrance of the cafe. And I'm also going to round the edges of the cafe where I have these stone slabs. So again, depending on where you're building this, you might not be able to do this. You might be a little bit more constrained, as I am on the opposite side, which you'll see. So you'll see that we're right butted up next to these on the opposite side, so we don't really have any choice whatsoever. Those are some two small details that you might want to add to the cafe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have successfully built the entire outside of your cafe. Very well done for making it. This far. That is the largest part of the build complete and the hardest part of the build complete as well. If you would like to build the inside of the cafe block for block, you are going to need all of these materials right here. Please make sure that you have access to all of them.
Let's grab the inside materials now. So we need red concrete, quartz slabs,
enough of them as well. I'm going to need to grab them myself. Pause the video if you have to. If you do want to build the inside of the cafe with me, those are essential. Once you have them all, we can get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have just finished gathering all the materials that I think I'll be needing myself. Once you are ready, we can get this party started. So, the first thing that I have to do is obviously inside of the cafe. So, now that I'm inside of the cafe, I want to make a counter, and I want to make an area that you would actually purchase all of the stuff. So, on the left side here, starting from the left, coming across the top of this area where we have all of the red concrete, I'm going to place a whole row of quartz slabs like this. I'm going to leave a gap of one in front of the quartz slabs, and I want to have a row of red concrete that is parallel to the quartz slabs like this, so same length, one row away. In the corner here, above where the counter is, I want to place a glowstone and oak trapdoors around it. I feel as though this creates a nice bit of light and it's quite warm. I also want to have a cash register, or a till, if you're in Britain, on the counter somewhere. So a quartz stairs right about there is fine. I also want to have a seating area inside the cafe. These are going to be some larger booths. I'm going to place red concretes in the front two corners of the cafe, extend the red concretes in by 1, 2, 1, 2, and also outwards by the same, so like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, like this. And I might even make it hook of the door like that. Just like there. And yeah, and maybe even extend it upwards too, so just to hook the side of the door. I want to place quartz stairs around the inside of the concrete. I'm going to place a spruce fence in the centre of the table with a white carpet and a red carpet on top of both sides like this. I'm also going to add some torches, so in this corner by the window and this corner by the window too. Trying to see if there's anywhere else that I kind of want to add a little bit of light. I think they're actually kind of bright enough, maybe just next to the counter here, maybe? That should actually do just fine. So, what else do I want to do down here? Well, we want to have all the stuff behind the counter, so that will require brewing stones, flour pot, furnace. I hooked some paintings, and that is actually it for down here materials. So coming across the back of the counter, I'm going to place a flower pot, brewing stand, flower pot. I'm going to leave a gap of 1 and place 2 furnaces. I'm going to place tripwire hooks, or a tripwire hook above the left coffee cup. That's a coffee cup. And I'm also going to plant a couple of flower pots around the place, just to represent cups. I also want to have a few paintings dispersed throughout the cafe. So one in the centre of this wall, and I want it to be a singular painting. So something like that. I don't want that colour, I want something nice and bright. Yes, perfect. So a nice and... painting right there on that wall. I want to have a 2x2 painting here, which means I'm probably going to have to seal those up. Perfect. And I don't want that, I want... Yeah, that's perfect. Simple sort of colour set. If you want, you could even add, say, like, chests about the place. If you actually wanted to keep stuff stored, like maybe a couple of chests here, you could even have a chest here. It depends on how you kind of, like, want to be with your space a little bit. You could even have a painting on the wall. Actually wanted to keep stuff stored, like maybe a couple of chests here. You could even have a chest here. It depends on how you kind of like want to be with your space a little bit. You could even have a painting on the wall here, you know, something like... That's kind of big. Yeah, I guess you could have like a double painting would actually... So, what, like here... You could have spiders if you want. But I don't know if that really fits the theme of the wall. Maybe here would be a little bit better. Again, these things are all subjective. Feel free to add, like, whatever, and of course it's spiders. So, yeah, something like that. I'm placing item frames across the top, behind the counter, whatever, and of course it's spiders. So, yeah, something like that. I'm placing item frames across the top, behind the counter here. And I'm just going to chuck these materials in my inventory, because whatever you want to put in these item frames, it's kind of up to you. But again, the kind of things that I'm going to be putting in there include, like, you know, cocoa beans, maybe like even eggs, because it's a cafe, maybe even mushrooms, kind of like, you know, a breakfast sort of deal, and stuff like, you know, like breads for sandwiches, maybe even some stew, cookies, cakes, that sort of stuff. So maybe like coffee above the brewing, like, you know, like breads for sandwiches, maybe even some stew, cookies, cakes, that sort of stuff. So maybe like coffee above the brewing area, maybe like stew as well, and then like cake, cookie, and then like bread, something like that. You know, any sort of mix of foods would go up there perfectly fine. What I also want downstairs is a bit of a carpet. I love carpet everywhere. So just in front of the counter, really, I'm going to have alternating white and red carpet. So something like this, just to kind of give it a border, and probably also around. So just in front of the counter. What I also want downstairs is a bit of a carpet. I love carpet everywhere. So just in front of the counter, really, I'm going to have alternating white and red carpet. So something like this, just to kind of give it a border, and probably also around the back of the counter too. It goes with the cafe very well. We've kind of got like a red and white scheme all over the place inside here. And the whole place is very cozy once you've done that. And that's the downstairs done, ladies and gentlemen. You don't really have to apply much more detail down here. As we come upstairs, we need a couple more materials again. So we're going to be using the quartz stairs again. So we'll need spruce trapdoors, oak leaves, red glazed terracotta. We'll need paintings once more, and maybe even a bit of light, so torches. Here I'm going to have a table. So somewhere around here along this wall, stairs, fence, stairs. Center of the table can be any colour, so let's say we'll make it red. I'm going to have spruce trapdoors on the sides of the stairs like this. And I'm going to leave a gap of one and have red glazed terracotta with leaves on top as a bit of a plan. I'm going to destroy these two quartz stairs here, and it might even be beneficial to add a couple of fence, maybe just like around the corner connecting to the plan. Something like that. I want to have a painting right here, so I'm going to have to place a couple of guiding blocks. No, I've got to repeat that. I kind of want the carrot. No, that's not bad. No, no. No, 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 yes! Perfect.
What are you doing?
Redoing the vet.
Why?
Because it's a fail. I failed on this one. I'll try again. I'm going to build another one somewhere else. This is just a fail.
Okay.
You know, if you leave builds for too long, you might think saying, "Oh, why are you leaving
I'm
these
just going
builds
to place
too
a
long?"
torch above
You know
that.
why? Because they were
And then we
failed.
don't have
and
much
didn't go
room
out
up
well.
here, so I'm just going to place a pot of plant.
So I'm just
here,
going to get rid
out
of this
onto Canopy
entire
area, a
building.
couple of oak leaves. If you like,
It's just
you
an
are more than welcome
embarrassment.
to add more paintings and stuff
Embarrassing
here
to a
too.
town
But I'm
landscape.
thinking, maybe just to kind of lead you outside a bit, maybe I'm going to just add a bit of texture using something too. But I'm thinking, maybe just to kind of lead you outside a bit, maybe I'm going to just add a bit of texture using some using the red carpet. So if I actually place it like this, I don't really want to conflict with the table. So if you place it kind of like that, it leads you up.
What's bikini?
Burger King.
Outside and then here, here, and here. So again, you know, it just kind of like leads you up and out over here. And that's actually the entire inside done, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very simple cafe, but it's really, really nice and very cozy. And Once you've done that, you've actually completed the build, and that took a lot longer than I might have imagined. Why don't we take a look at the cafe now that it's done? So, hopefully, if you have managed to follow all of these steps, we should be looking at fairly similar builds on our screens. This is my cafe.
I finished and built a cafe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building a cafe. If you did guys enjoy this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day guys, peace out.